guys, Robo46 here, welcoming yourselves to round 5 of Robo's Racing League on MotoGP 17 on the Xbox One. Now today, ladies and gentlemen, we are racing at Le Mans. So we rode in a very wet Jerez last week, but it's going to be a dry race for Le Mans. And you better watch to the very end because it's going to be a cracking race throughout the whole race. So let's get on to qualifying. And it was Jack Hammer who took pole position. Now, he did actually take that in the last possible second, his very last lap. He was only half a tenth off on Bird is the word until his very last lap when he put 3 tenths over him. So Jack starts on pole position, followed by Bird is the word in second. Typical Mikey completes the front row in third. In the second row, you've got myself in fourth, F1 Fan and Chutney BMX. Then you've got Gidzy in seventh with Stealing Set eighth, Jamie ninth, Dr. Monty in 10th, Morgan in 11th, and Lone Wolf in 12th place. Obviously, this is Jamie's first full-time race aboard the Suzuki, as AMS Blaze is now out. So we've got a full lobby of riders ready for round 5. And like I said, it's setting up to be a cracking race. So let's go see Jack's pole position lap. So he's just finished a lap there. And like I said, at this point, he was only half a tenth up on Bird is the word. So Bird is the word very, very close to him in second place. And you can see the timer at the the time remaining is 1 minute 15 seconds at the moment. And it is going to be very, very tight for Jack to finish this lap. Of course, he does. And he's just under his own time at the moment. He's got a Ducati just ahead of him. Of course, Jack on board the KTM. Taking it nice and smooth. But as we're getting out the way there. Almost distracted Jack for a split second. It is a bit of a pain when you end up catching someone on track, but it is nice when they do actually move out the way. So Jack, at the moment, well, crash for Gidzy at the moment. But Jack is still on course for pole position at the moment. A bit of lag there. Someone just went straight through the track and then reappeared a bit further up the track. I don't actually know who that was. So 2 tenths under. I think that was actually Gidzy who was lagging all over the place. But again, he gets out the way for Jack. And you can see only 10 seconds left now, and Jack's just negotiating the last corner. And it is going to be a very, very close finish, but he does just get it in the nick of time. And there you go, pole position. So you got me top left, Jack top right, Bird is a word bottom left, and typical Mikey bottom right. So here we go. And I got my best start of the season so far as I go from the second row into the lead on board the Tech 3 Yamaha. Jack getting beaten up a little bit off the start. As you had Stealing Set come through. A crash there for F1 Fan as he went to the outside curb. You did just see his bike slide across the chicane. Luckily didn't take anyone out. You see, I just adjusted my traction control because I didn't actually realise until I went into the chicane that my traction control was actually fully off. And that's why my rear span up and almost high-sided myself. So I had to adjust that, and that's why I dropped quite a few positions. Jack trying to hit the front, but he's got Bird is the word underneath him. Bird is the word takes the lead. We've got Chutney BMX up there as well, alongside Typical Mikey, who's just got in front of him. So Chutney BMX up to third at the moment. Typical Mikey in fourth. I'm just behind them, trying to get back up to them. I got Lone Wolf trying to get underneath me. It was me and Lone Wolf have had quite a few battles this season already. Bird is the word in the lead at the moment, with Jack in second. And then you got Typical Mikey in fourth with Chutney BMX third. And then myself just behind them, but I've just been overtaken by Lone Wolf. So Lone Wolf moves up another position. Jack trying to go around the outside of Bird is the word. It's a very hectic opening race as Chutney BMX just crashed out of third place as well. So Typical Mikey up to third. So I was up to 6th place with Lone Wolf in 5th and Gidzy, who is in 4th at the moment. So loads of people battling at the front with Bird is the word for the second lap. He's got Jack right behind him. See Jack in the bottom left hand corner of your screen. Into the chicane. Bird is the word went a little bit deep. Jack trying to go around the outside, trying to get a better exit. The Ducati just picking up the power a little bit better. Jack trying to go around the outside again. Typical Mikey trying to come up the inside. Burders Word almost getting sandwiched between the KTM and the Yamaha. But side by side, Jack just getting into the lead here. Burders Word takes a tighter line and shoves up the inside of Jack. So does Typical Mikey. So Burders Word actually loses out there as he drops down to third. Typical Mikey goes into the lead with Jack in second place. Jack tries to go up the inside of Typical Mikey. Burders Word tries to go up the inside of Jack, not quite working, but Jack back into the lead. Typical Mikey got a slight better exit. Stop looking behind you. So side by side for Typical Mikey and Jack. At the moment, Typical Mikey almost goes into the lead, but a little bit of a nudge there from Burders Word helps Jack get back past him, but forces them both wide, and Burders Word comes through into the lead. Lone Wolf now up the inside of Jack and Typical Mikey, so Factory Ducati first and second at the moment, as Jack gets in front of Typical Mikey into the final corner. Typical Mikey trying to come up the inside of Jack. Jack trying to get a better exit, but spun up a little bit there. So with Typical Mikey on lap number 3, and all hell is about to break loose. So Lone Wolf has just set the fastest lap of the race, and then into the chicane. Unfortunately for Typical Mikey, he gets absolutely annihilated by his teammate, and a replay from me. You see Gidsy just trying to outbrake me, completely outbrakes himself and T-bones his teammate. That incident is under investigation. So back with Jack, you can see it again there. Just missed Jack, but unfortunately Gidsy ended up taking out his own teammate, which is very unfortunate. Typical Mikey out of third place. So at the front, you got Lone Wolf still in the lead. You got Burders Word on the outside of Jack. Jack in third. Burders Word's footage in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen as Jack goes up the inside as Burders Word. He's got to try and get Lone Wolf. There may have been a little bit of lag with Lone Wolf, as you may see every now and again, like some little flickers of, I don't know what it is. It's like glitter, or I don't know what it is. Like it's like the flames coming out the exhaust, but they're kind of flashing all around Lone Wolf. So you will see that occasionally, and you will see that again towards the end of the race. So Burders Word trying to battle with Jack at the moment. So Jack trying to get up the inside of him, but Burders Word's going to be up the inside for the left-hander. Can Jack get a better run? Burders Word going defensive for the final corner, and Jack trying to go around the outside. That isn't going to work. So come around to finish lap number 3 and start lap number 4. And going into turn number 1, a bit of an incident between the two of them. But it is mainly down to lag, because you saw Jack was behind Burders Word, but on Burders Word's screen, Jack kind of lent on him and caused him to crash. Another incident as well under investigation is between Gidsy and Morgan. This is also on lap number 3 as Gidsy got in front of him into 6th. Into this corner, he got taken out by Morgan, so that's under investigation as well. But in regards to Jack and Burders Word's incident, like I said, that is under investigation. But to me, looking at that, it looks more down to lag than anything, because like I said, and as you saw on Jack's footage, he was behind Burders Word when Burders Word crashed, but on Burders Word's footage, Jack was leaning on him. So it definitely a bit of lag playing in that respect. You see Lone Wolf just ahead with those flashes happening again. Almost looks like something from Mario Kart. He's just picked up a power-up or something. Jack trying to get on the case of him. You got me in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen because I was up to third place at this point. And I was trying to catch up with these guys in front of me and see if I could go with them. They weren't that far ahead, as you can see from my screen. I was pretty close to him, so I did manage to make up a few places, obviously with Typical Mikey and Burders Word both crashing. That gave me a couple of places, but I had pretty decent pace. I kind of surprised myself because I did struggle in qualifying. I was nowhere near my best time. I didn't even get out the 29s, where in time trials I was well within the 28s, but Jack trying to go up the inside of Lone Wolf at the moment, but Lone Wolf just holding his own as they go into the chicane. And again, Lone Wolf just holding off Jack. Jack getting a better line out as Jack goes into the lead. We are, of course, on lap number 5 already, so a hell of a lot going on as Jack goes into the lead. Can Lone Wolf get back up the inside of him? He's trying to have a go. While this is happening, I'm just edging closer towards him. Lone Wolf is not going to give this one up. This is definitely the hardest Jack's had to work this season. Lone Wolf still right behind him on the factory Ducati, and you can see me closing in as well. So far you got Jack in the lead, Lone Wolf in second, and me in third place. Obviously tyres now are absolutely fine. We don't even need to worry about tyre wear online anymore. But again, me just edging closer to the back of Lone Wolf as Jack just starts to edge away from Lone Wolf. So Jack's getting quicker, and I'm getting quicker as well. So I was hoping that I was going to be able to catch up to Lone Wolf, but with Bird is the word now on lap number 6, he gets in front of F1 fan on the Suzuki. He goes into the chicane. Bird is the word down in 4th place at the moment, so just like I said, ahead of F1 fan, who's now in 5th. A crash a bit further back for Dr. Monty. Bird is the word. He was very, very quick at Le Mans. And now he had to see if he had enough time to catch the front guys. Obviously, he was battling for the lead a bit earlier on, but now he was trying to get back with us. But he's got 2 people right behind him still as well with F1 fan. Just starting to pull away from F1 fan at the moment. A crash for Gidzy in 9th place. As you can see, the gap to me is 2.8 seconds. So quite a big gap to try and make up. But he was going to give it a go nonetheless. On to, well, also on lap number 6, you had Dr. Monty having a battle. He was in 12th place, Chutney BMX in 11th, just ahead of him, but a crash there for Dr. Monty. And something that a couple of them have complained about is gaining a big penalty for crashing. You see there that Dr. Monty had gained an 8.1 second penalty for crashing. The problem with Le Mans is that when you crash at turn 1, the game respawns you basically halfway, well, towards the end of the chicane. So basically get spawned a lot further up than where you actually crash, hence why the game gives you a penalty. Now, I have asked Race Direction if they want to do anything about this, but because there were quite a few of them that were gaining penalties from crashing, it wouldn't surprise me if nothing gets done about it, because it wouldn't actually affect the end results anyway once all the penalties had been taken away. So a crash for someone just a minute ago, but Dr. Monty up to 11th place. We've got Chutney BMX trying to fight with Morgan, my teammate at the moment. He's in 10th and Morgan in 9th place. Dr. Monty trying to get back on terms with Chutney BMX. And there's also another incident on lap number 6 with Gidzy, and again with Morgan as well. So up the inside, but unfortunately Morgan had the line, and yeah, they ended up crashing. So we're with me now. We're on lap number 7, and we're all still pretty close together. Jack's still in the lead, Lone Wolf still in second, and I'm still in third. The gap between all 3 of us was pretty even. Just said there's an overtake there from Lone Wolf and Jack, but obviously there isn't, because Jack's still in the lead and Lone Wolf still in second. I think that was just a little bit of lag, so you can ignore that overtake. Typical Mikey has just got F1 fan and moved up to 5th place. Obviously he was recovering from being taken out by his teammate on lap number 3. So we've had quite a few incidents in this race that are all under investigation. Like I said, well, I'll give you guys an update on the next league video next week as to what's happening with those, who's getting what, and yeah, just the overall outcome of all the incidents. Like I said, lag was definitely to play in one of them. But you can see now that I'm visibly closer to Lone Wolf. So I was getting my hammer down. Trying to get with him. Obviously the Ducati a bit quicker in a straight line. Jack just done his fastest lap of the race. I'd just done mine. And when we skip forward to lap number 9 now, because we've only got 2 laps to go. And I was catching Lone Wolf a little bit more. But Bird is to Word, who was in 4th, was actually catching both myself and Lone Wolf as well. Bird is to Word had put the fastest lap of the race in. And he was getting there and putting in some really quick times. So the gap to him was definitely coming down. He was closing. Would he have enough time to catch up to us? So Jack just starting to edge away a little bit more now. But the battle between myself and Lone Wolf was far from over. Of course, this is the penultimate lap, so there's only one more lap to go. All the while, Bird is the Word was closing in on us as well. So, would it be 2 factory Ducatis on the podium or just the one? We've got 1 and a bit laps to sort this one out. It's looking like Jack was just building a comfortable lead now, a decent buffer, so that if he did make any kind of mistake on the last lap, at least he had a bit of time to recover. So as we come around to start the final lap, again, Bird is to Word closing in on myself and Lone Wolf. But I wasn't going to let 2nd place go away from me. So final lap, I had to try something. Trying to close in on Lone Wolf. Factory Ducati versus Satellite Yamaha. Spinning up all down the hill. Lone Wolf going wide there. He was going to cut that back and get a good run out. I took a slightly tighter line. A crash there for Bird is the Word. He got on the grass on the exit of that hairpin. And unfortunately his charge for the podium was now at an end. And typical Mikey just got in front of him as well. But I was still right behind Lone Wolf and just edging closer. Gaining a little bit on the brakes. And I was almost right with him. You see these glitch flashes on him as well. Into the flip-flop for the last time. Again closing in on the brakes. Almost into the back of him. But I was so close. Only a few corners left to go. Again on the brakes. Closing in a bit more. A bit wide from Lone Wolf. I had to get a good run out of here to try and shove up the inside for the final corner. On the brakes, not quite close enough, but Lone Wolf goes a bit wider, trying to cut back underneath him, but couldn't quite do it. And it was going to be a run to the line, but Lone Wolf just holding off for 2nd place. So Jack takes the win, followed by Lone Wolf in 2nd, and closely followed by myself in 3rd place. So Jack only winning this time by 2.7 seconds, the closest we've been to him at the end of any race. Bird is the Word, he was 4th place, unfortunately for him having a couple of crashes, but he did in fact set the fastest lap of the whole race, so that goes to Bird is the Word. Typical Mikey, he did finish the race in 4th but had a big time penalty, so ends up in 5th. F1 Fan 6th, Steelen Set 7th, Jamie 8th, Morgan in 9th, Chutney BMX 10th, Gidsy 11th, and Dr. Monty comes home in 12th place. So you see 5 of them with penalties. Most of them were from crashing and gaining a penalty. I do still think it's bullshit that you get a penalty for crashing, but unfortunately it is what it is. Rider Championship. Of course, Jack continues his 100% win streak. He is in the lead with 125 points. I'm still in 2nd place with 83, and Lone Wolf closes in on me slightly with 76 points. Typical Mikey, he's in 4th with 64 points. Bird de Word is in 5th with 57 points. F1 Fan is 6th with 43 points, as is Stealing Set in 7th with 43 points. Chetney BMX is in 8th with 42. Morgan in 9th with 32. Dr. Monty in 10th with 30. Jamie has moved up to 11th place with 29 points. Gidsy is in 12th with 25. And AMS Blaze, who's no longer racing, is in 13th with 6 points. So that is the Riders' Championship. Let's take a look at the Team Championship. So Red Bull KTM still in the lead with 155 points, but closing in on them now with Ducati with that 2nd and 4th place. They're in 2nd with 137 points. Tech 3 Yamaha, we're still in 3rd with 126 points. Movistar Yamaha are in 4th with 93, just ahead of Repsol Honda, who are in 5th with 85 points, and Suzuki, who are in 6th place with 71 points. So that is the end of a cracking race at Le Mans. It had quite a bit of drama in it, but had some very close racing as well. Like I said, all those incidents are under investigation. I'll just wait to hear back from Race Direction to see what they say and to see what happens with them. So the next race, guys, is going to be at Mugello, and that will be on Monday the 28th of August, obviously next Monday. So anyway, guys, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all your support for the league as well. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave the video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content. I shall see you guys in the next video. See you!